What's up, my friends? So, my back to your screen. Super pumped, super excited. Alright, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it to click on that red subscribe button down below. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. With that out on the way, let's dive into the video. So, today we're going to be talking about support and resistance. It's a very, very simple concept, but people get it twisted in the sense that they don't follow the rules in drawing support and resistance. So that's exactly what I'm about to teach you on this video, the rules guiding support and resistance. So it's not about you coming to the chart and drawing this, it's support. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. This is support, this is demand, because you can either call it demand or you call it support, or you can either call it supply or call it resistance. It's not about coming to the market and draw in support and resistance. There are some rules guiding drawing the support and resistance right about here. So if you follow those rules appropriately, you will be profitable. Everybody wants to be a profitable trader in the forex market. So by you listening to what I'm about to say, it's going to give you a hedge in the market, give you a hedge in the market in the sense that on the long run, you're going to stay profitable in the market. So first of all, you're going to be defining what is resistance and what is support. So resistance, or as some people may call it supply, is any turning point in the market that price refuse to trade above. So as you can see, this is resistance right about here. So I'm on GBP USD weekly time frame. I always use weekly and monthly and daily to do my analysis. So this is a supply point right about here. Very, very simple and straightforward. This is resistance. This is resistance. So any turning point in the market that price refuse to trade above. Any turning point in the market that price refuse to trade above. That is what? Resistance. Simple and straightforward. So as you can see, this is resistance right about here. 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 So all these are resistance in the market. This is resistance right about here. So all these are resistance in the market. So any turning point in the market that price refuse to trade above, resistance or supply. So what is demand or what is supply? Support. All right, so support is any turning point in the market that price refuse to trade below. So for the resistance above, the support below. Price refuse to trade below the resistance. I'm breaking this thing down so that you understand what I'm trying to say, because a lot of people, before I enter the concept, that's a support point, or you can call it demand. So all these points are support, or you can call it demand in the market. So as price touched that place, there were a lot of buying pressure. So price push up and created that support or created that demand right about there. So that is resistance and support for you in a nutshell. So we're going to be delving into the rules guiding support and resistance. Some rules that are guiding support and resistance. Why drawing your support? Why drawing your resistance? There are some rules to all these things. So that's exactly what I want to teach you on this video. So first things first, supply and demand is a zone or a area in the market. Let me just buttress my point. There are area in the market. So as you can see, this is a area. This is the area right about here. You can see that two line dividing this place. All right, I think this is quite self-explanatory. So there are area in the market, Let me say, for instance, now you just feel that supply and demand is just a line in the market. Let me just use this for an instance now. If you think that supply and demand, it's just a line in the market, and you just take this first line right about there for your for your trade, for your support, if I may say, price will just slash below. As you can see, price slash below, price slash below, price slash below, major slash, and will just take you out of all your orders, and went in your direction again. If you just take price as a line in the market. So price, supply and demand is a zone in the market. That's why you see these two bar right about here. So there's a two major bar. Definitely, you know that price is definitely going to react to those major two bars that are right about there. Price is definitely going to react to it. So you always take supply and demand as a zone in the market. It will help you a lot, It will help you a lot in the market. Help you a lot in the market. And secondly, the second thing you have to note while drawing supply and demand is this is pretty simple and straightforward. Supply and demand, you can only draw supply and demand if you have two touches in the market and more. Draw supply and demand if you have two touches in the market. So first touch, second touch right about there. This is a third touch again. That's only when you can draw supply and demand, or support and resistance, as some people may say. That's only when your supply and demand is reliable. It's more feasible. So to buttress this point, I'm going to plot out this. So this is first point, first touch. This is second touch. Very, very reliable resistance right about there. So this is another one. This is another resistance. This is another one. You can see that this is another one. Those are resistance points, in the market. And you can only draw resistance points when you have two touches or more in the market. So that's another rule in drawing supply and demand, or resistance or support, as some people may call it. So that's the second rule to drawing supply and demand lines, or resistance and support lines in the market. Very, very simple and straightforward. So this is just a tip. Mind you, let me show you something. So you can see that we have a resistance point, and this third point, price broke through the point. So any point that price break through, it eventually becomes support in the market. So as you can see, price, tested this place. If you can see it very clearly, we are on GBP USD weekly time frame. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Price tested this place and slashed to the upside again. So it became a support area. Tested this place, slashed to the upside before it eventually traded below it. So it eventually became a support area. So any point in the market that price or a resistance, has traded above, eventually becomes a support. So that's pretty simple and straightforward. And I'm going to say this, but I know that a lot of people will not agree with me concerning this one, but I'm going to say it this way. So multiple touches in the market, if you have multiple touches in the market, maybe probably price are reacted to a particular zone in multiple times, reacted to this place, and price also reacted to this place again, this support point. I'm just using it to cite example. Reacted to this place, that support reacted to this place. And the multiple times that price has reacted to a particular support or a particular resistance, subsequently tends to get weaker by the time. Let me just buttress the point. So price has been testing this place for a long time. Price has been testing this point for a long time. So any point that price has tested supply or demand, it eventually turns weaker. You saw that price tested this place, and shoots to the upside again, but eventually broke through the point. So the multiple times that a resistance point held, or a support point has held in the market, it tends to get weaker with time. So it's pretty simple and straightforward. So the more times that support and resistance is being tested, the weaker it becomes. Simple and straightforward. So multiple tests, the weaker it becomes. Multiple tests, I want you to understand all these concepts because it's very, very important, because I know that a lot of people are not putting all these things into consideration. Multiple tests, resistance, multiple tests. You saw that this fourth one, this fifth one or fourth one, it broke through. The multiple times that, support and resistance have been tested, the weaker it becomes. That's a very, very pro tip to you. And I know that a lot of people will not agree with me. And mind you, if you don't agree with me, just put it down in the comment section. Put it simple and straightforward. All right, so another tip that you have to note is supply and demand, or support and resistance. It's very, very dynamic. Dynamic in the sense that you don't always expect that this place is going to be a resistance, this place is going to be a resistance, this place is going to, sometimes it can just come shy of the place. Let me just protest my point. So at this point it came shy of the place. Look at it. This point it came shy of the place, and it traded below again. So it can be dynamic. Supply and demand can be dynamic. So you don't always expect price to always react to that particular zone. That price must always react to this place. Price must always... No. You must be dynamic in the forex market. As forex traders, we are always dynamic. Very, very important. We are always dynamic. You want to always see there is going to be always changes in the forex market. So you must always think that way for you to be dynamic in the market. Mind you, these are major zones in the market because we are in GBP USD 1 week time frame. I think I will make a separate video defining what are major and minor support and resistance zones. I think if you want me to make that video, just put it down in the comment section. Mind you, if you watch this video up to this point, please click that like button and subscribe to the channel because a lot of videos are coming your way. A lot of juicy videos, very, very important. And one another pro tip is, this is a very, 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 very interesting pro tip. Very, very, so just stick with me on this. So you don't trade on support, you don't trade on resistance. I know most of the people that start as forex, they go to baby pips. And there is a saying that, and most of all these brokers, there is a saying that you buy from the support and sell in the resistance, and you sell from the resistance and buy from the support. There is a saying like that in the forex market, and you don't do that. If you do that, you're eventually going to be blowing your accounts. All this resistance right about here, you don't sell there. You always wait for weak recessions, in the market. Allow that bounce in the market, bounce off that resistance or bounce off that support zone, so that you buy or you sell the market. Simple and straightforward. These are supply and demand principles I'm giving you, and it's not something that you can just find it elsewhere. Not everybody is going to make videos to you like this, and these are the things that guide professional forex trader. These are the things that they look at. If you don't want to draw supply and demand, these are the things they look at, so that this happen, I'm not going to do this. If this happen, I'm not going to do this. There is a plan in place. You have to plan that way also. It's not about you just going to the chart and drawing, this is a supply zone, this is a support zone. If all these things are not in your trading, because all these things compasses your trading psychology, all this knowledge, it encompasses your trading psychology, because at the long run, it's your psychology and your risk management is going to keep you profitable in the forex market. Let me say 80 to about 70%, 70 to about 80% of profitable trader, they have a good psychology. Psychology plays a major part in forex trading. So all these things adding to your trading plan is definitely going to change the game. Definitely going to change the game. Mind you, I'm going to be making more videos on support and resistance, and if you want to just keep up with the channel, subscribe to the channel so that you stay updated when I drop those very, very juicy videos. And I'm definitely going to see you on the next one. Like the video, and peace out for now.